Welcome to your Study Abroad PAL. In this video, I want to break down everything you need to know about studying in Austria as an international student. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. Why study in Austria? Number one reason for studying in Austria is that Austria has a very high quality education system. And they have affordable tuition fees. Their degrees and certificates, bachelor degree, master's degree, PhD, they are well recognized globally. Austria is also very safe. It's a very safe country, a very beautiful country. Studying in Austria gives you access to all the countries in the Schengen zone. All the countries in the Schengen zone. Presently, there are 29 countries in the Schengen zone, and studying in Austria gives you access to these countries visa-free. Your student permit gives you access to these countries, to these 29 countries, 29 European countries, without having the need to have a visa for them. Austria has a lot of English taught programs at bachelor degree level, master's level, and PhD level. Then for the Schengen countries, there are so many of them: Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and the rest of them, right? They are all in Schengen zone. Austria has three main types of universities. One is public universities. Second is universities of applied sciences, and the third one is private universities. So if you get admission as an international student in the public universities, your tuition fee is 726 euros per semester. Then if you get admission into universities of applied sciences, then your tuition fee is 363 euros per semester. Are you seeing how cheap it is? So it's budget friendly. So even though it's cheap, even though their tuition fee is cheap, they still give you access to high quality education. Then for private universities, their tuition fee varies by institution. So if you're interested in applying for private universities, you can check that exact university, go to their website and confirm what their tuition fee would be. But why going for expensive private universities when you have public universities and universities of applied sciences charging this cheap? But then it's your choice. So if you want to go for private universities, ensure to check the website of the particular university you're interested in and then confirm their tuition fee. Proof of funds. What is proof of funds? Proof of funds is what you present to Austria when you're applying for your visa, and then when they look at that proof of fund, they want to see that you have the required income to sustain yourself during your study in the country. So you'll be looking at the tuition fee, if you can afford the tuition fee during the stay or during the course of your study, if you can afford the cost of living, house rent, and the paying of bills and the rest of them. So this is what they call proof of funds. So it's a bank statement you present during your visa application that the visa officer goes through and confirms if you have the required money, right, that can sustain you during the course of your study. That is what proof of fund is all about. So for instance, if you are under the age of 24, you are required to show a proof of fund of 703 euros per month. So that's, if you look at it by year, it becomes 8,442 euros per year. That is the proof of fund for someone below 24 years. Then if you are 24 years and above, the proof of fund you are required to show is 1,273 euros per month, which when you multiply by 12, it gives you 15,287 euros per year, right? So this is what you are required to show during your visa application to show if you have what it takes to sustain yourself during your stay in Austria. Then for couples, married people, the proof of fund you are required to show as a couple is 2009 euros. That's the proof of fund they are required to show per month, 2009 euros per month. Then when you multiply it by 12, it gives you 24,118 euros per year. Austria accepts you coming with your couple if you are studying for masters and PhD. Then if you're a couple and you're coming with any child, for each child you are coming with during the course of your study, you will be required to present a proof of fund of 187 to 196 euros per month per child that you are coming with into Austria. For accommodation, if your accommodation cost is above 376 euros per month, then you're going to add that extra cost into your proof of fund. So I'm going to show you how when I get to the slide. So example of proof of funds. So for accommodation, for instance, if your accommodation, the cost of your accommodation is 410 euros, right? You are seeing that it already exceeds the 376 euros, which is the standard accommodation cost, right? So in that case, you are going to check the difference, right? So what you do is to subtract it, the accommodation costs. Understand? Let's say that your accommodation is 410 euros. You have to subtract it. So 410 euros minus the standard 376 euros, right? So it becomes 333. It becomes 33 euros. So what it means is that you are going to add this 33 euros to your cost of proof of fund. This extra 33 euros, you are going to add it to your proof of fund. So then the 3 euros times 12, right? That is for the 12th month. This is going to add an extra 404 euros to your proof of fund, right? Good. So let's say you are an adult that is above 24 years, which normally your proof of fund is 15,287 euros. Then and you happen to be in this condition where your accommodation cost is 410 euros, what that means is that your total cost, your total proof of fund will now be your normal proof of fund plus that extra cost of your accommodation, right? That will multiply by 12 here. You have to add them together, which now brings a total of the proof of fund for somebody who is above 24 years and has accommodation cost of 410 euros to become 15,692 euros. I hope this is very, very clear. It's very, very easy. So always calculate based on your actual accommodation cost. Take note of that. All right. So we'll go back to academic documents. So the documents that are required, there are different documents that are required depending on the program you're applying for. If it's the category of the program you're applying for, if it's bachelor's degree, you're required to present high school certificates, accommodation, admission confirmation or eligibility proof. And then optional, you can also present your Ministry of Education eligibility letter, right? Then for master's degree, the documents that are required for master's degree application normally is your bachelor's degree certificate, that is your BSc or BA or whatever, right? And for those that have national diploma, higher national diploma, and the rest of them, or associate's degree, right? You have them, right? And then you present the bachelor's degree certificate and those ones, and then your academic transcripts for all this. Then your English proficiency certificate. It can be IELTS, it can be TOEFL, or the rest of them. but like usually it's usually IELTS and TOEFL, right? Then if you, for instance, you studied in English in your bachelor's degree, and then but you don't want to present the IELTS, or you don't have English language certificate, right? So that is you don't have your English proficiency certificate, so you can present what they call English proficiency letter. You can get that from your university where you did your bachelor's degree, or from the Ministry of Education in your home country. So that is it. Then for normal general requirement that everyone has to present, whether you are applying for bachelor's, master's, or PhD, these are the normal requirements that you have, right? So the passport data page, that is the data page of your international passport, the data page of your passport, right? Yes, proof of age or birth certificates, the police character certificate, marriage certificate, that is if you are married. All documents must be what? Verified and authenticated. That is for international students. It must be what? Verified and authenticated. Then for this verification or authentication, you can confirm from the website of the university you are applying for to find out if your country has to do this, because I know that there are some countries that are not part of Hague Convention. There are some that are part of Hague Convention. So that shows if you are going to verify your documents and authenticate them or not, right? So but I know that most countries in Africa and Asia, they have to verify and authenticate and legalize their documents for admission. Then some universities accept that you apply with your normal document, and then while they are processing your admission, or maybe by the time they are processing your admission, you can now go ahead to what? Verify and authenticate. While some universities requires that you must verify and authenticate before you apply for your admission. So additional university that is university specific documents. Motivation letter, which they call SOP, they can call it statement of purpose, that is SOP, or statement of interest, or personal essay, or letter of interest, or letter of intent. The name just varies, right? So it just means the motivation letter, right? And then recommendation letter, they may require you to get recommendation letter from maybe your past lecturers or something like that, or you get it now. So then the comprehensive CV or resume. So this one is not really, most times it's not required for bachelors, basically for people that are going for master's degree and PhD. So documents for legalization at the Austrian embassy. So if you have to legalize your documents, authenticate them, so you have to start with high school certificate, bachelor's degree certificate, your transcripts, marriage certificate if you are married. Usually it's submitted via VFS Global for verification, or maybe the Austrian embassy or Austrian consulate in your home country. Requirements for study residence permit. So usually they require completed application form, passports plus photocopy, 3 passport photographs, police character certificate, proof of accommodation, 3-month travel insurance, and 6-month bank statement, and then your admission acceptance letter. So for website that you need to consult for to know how to go about your application and the rest of them, apart from the information that I've given here, is these 2 websites. They have a lot of information about how to go about everything, right? Your application process and everything, even searching for programs. So this first one is official government portal for international students, right? Austrian official government portal for international students. Then this one is a search engine for Austrian degree program. So for this one, this second website is where you choose your program of study and the rest of them. Let me just go ahead and show you the websites. So this is the official website for international students that Austria government created for international students. So this is it. So you can just scroll down and then see everything, go through everything just to get acquainted with the system, and go here, click here, just access the website, and I will add the website link to the description of this video for easy access. Then to find there are some documents you have to download here, so that will give you a clue of what you are going of what you need, different things you need. So if you click here, this one helps you to find study programs. So here you see study guide, higher education institution, study in Austria folder. So you can download all these things and then go through them, or just go to the content of the website and get to know about generally about what how Austria education system is for international students and the rest of them. So just know that there are 2 semesters. There is winter semester, which usually starts from October 1st and then ends by January 30th. And then there is summer semester, which starts by March 1st and ends September 30th. So these are the 2 semesters that Austria education system operates. This is the second website. This one is a website for applying for choosing programs. So the website for choosing study programs is in, okay, let me convert it to English. So I click here to convert it to English. Now it's in English. So this is the website where you use to get your study program. So I've already done a video about looking for study programs, and I'm going to add the description of the video. I'm going to add the link of that video to the description box of this video, or you are going to find it somewhere here on the video, or somewhere here. When it pops up, you can click on it to access the video on how you can search for programs for your study in Austria. So your tips for success: always ensure you apply early, prepare your documents in advance, do all the necessary verification, legalization, and the rest of them. So make sure you start arranging your finances for your proof of fund, right? Yeah, monthly. Ensure that the account you want to use for that proof of fund, money keeps entering it. They want to see the cash flow, how it's coming in, how it's leaving. So that is it. So, and also join international students communities as well. So if you like this video, ensure to like, comment, and share. If you have any question about studying Austria, or any video you want me to cover about studying Austria, you can let me know in the comment section, so that I will also make a video on that. Make sure that I give you exactly what you want, right? So also ensure to subscribe to this channel, so that it will help us to grow, and to also encourage us to give you more quality content about studying abroad and studying in Europe and Schengen zone in general. So as always, see you in the next video. Thank you.